Hey everyone, thanks again for tuning back into the channel. Today, we're going to change the fuel filter on a 99 to 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hey everybody, wife just pulled up in her Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is a 99 Grand Cherokee, and told me she noticed really strong smell of fuel. So we're going to take a look and see what's happening. And I did look behind here. There is a little dripping of fuel going on here. Well, quite a big dripping of fuel. So I'm assuming that we've either got a broken fuel line or something's wrong with the filter, a connection, something. We're gonna get up under there and see. First, I'm gonna get you set up and I'm gonna turn the key on so that we're pressuring the fuel on those lines and figure out where it's leaking from. I've got the keys. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the ignition on, not start the car, just enough to pressure those lines. And I'm gonna see if we got a good leak going down here. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna call that a pretty good leak. Let's get underneath there and see what's going on. So I've got you set up in here, and we can see exactly what's going on already. If you can see this, this is the fuel filter here, right here. And you can see that it is leaking like a sieve. And if I get up real close, I'll try to get you up there without getting the camera splashed too much. It looks like it has a crack straight down the middle of it. I'm going to move you around real quick and see if I can get you up there. You can see that crack. So we're going to go get the part and we'll get this thing fixed. I just went to AutoZone. I've got the part. This is the new fuel filter for this vehicle. And you can see it's fairly simple. Inlet, outlet. I believe this is a fuel pressure regulator that's built into this, but the difference between this one and that one, no crack. Let's get this thing put on. Before I work on anything, especially fuel or electrical, I like to disconnect the negative battery cable. With that disconnected, let's get underneath here and get that filter replaced. I got you set up underneath, and this is the fuel tank, the front of the fuel tank. This is the driver's side wheel well. So if you can imagine, this fuel filter sits on the driver's side of the car, just in front of the fuel tank. And there are three connections here. This is the connection that goes up to the engine. This is the one coming from the fuel tank, and I think this is a return. In any case, I'm going to show you how to get these disconnected. They're not too hard to do, but you may need two hands to do it. This particular connection has a pinch connector. You pinch it and it should just pull straight off. Now I may need to get a pair of pliers up in here to pinch these two things enough to pull this off. So let me get that and I'll be right back. So I found my pair of needle nose pliers. I'm going to try to pinch this together with these very small needle nose pliers. I'm about done with these slipping off of here. So, I don't know if I can do this any other way. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to take these two bolts out and just maybe be able to have more room to get at this thing. These are 10 millimeter. Two. And you want to take note that there is a little bracket here that goes back on here to hold this line when you put this back in. Let's see if I can pull this down a little bit so we can get better access at least to that connector. Let's try to get one of these connectors off, or maybe both. This one you push in, and it's probably not going to be easy either. So we may need something to help us with that. They feel a little bit loose and I'm not sure if they should be. So this one pushes in like so. You can see it's in. it should slide right off like that. So that is that push connector off. This one is very similar to the other one, where these need to be pinched together, and they should not be extremely hard to get off. This one, I think, this doesn't come off, this hose comes out. And it's in there pretty good. Stuck in there, guys. There we go. That one's out. You can see it's got a notch right there that this holds in. I'll pull this out so you can see what this connector looks like. Like that. Here we go. This one is out. This one is out. So the last one we've got is the initial one I was trying to get off. I'm really fighting on this side. Okay, I think I've clicked it. And there it is. We've got it off. We need to take this clip off because this one will be reused. So what I need to do, and I'm going to do this off camera, is I need to get a screwdriver underneath these little pins that hold it down. You can see right here, I need to lift these tabs over this lip right here to pull this off, because this is the only one that we do need to reuse. I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be back with the new one. I've got the new filter here, and as I told you before, you have to reuse this clip, and it simply slides back on here and clicks in like so. It should be way easier to put back together than it was coming apart. This one, just make sure the clip is lined up correctly, and it should just slide straight back in. And that should be the same with these. They should slide straight on. Okay, so you can see that one clicked on. Let's see if I can get this around here. This one should also just click straight back in. And that's it. These are back on. So let's get these two bolts back in, make sure we put it back together correctly, and we're done. At least with this. And hopefully this was the leak. If it's not, we have other things to look at. Good enough. All right. We've got this back on. I'm going to go up here, put in the key, and you guys can yell if you see a leak. Joke's on me, guys. I got to reconnect the battery. Let's do that. Okay, I've got you set back up. We've got the negative cable back on. Cable's back on. I'm gonna get you set back up underneath the car, back there somewhere. Yell at me if you see any leaks. All right, guys, I'm gonna turn the key on. Yell if you see something. So I've got the key on. It's been on for quite a little while, 20-30 seconds or so, and I'm not seeing any leaking here like we had before. So I think that's mission accomplished, guys and ladies. So I'm gonna get you out from under here and we're gonna test this thing out. Thanks for watching.